Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Chinese teenagers are angry because China has changed the rules where if you're under the age of 18, you are not allowed to play video games. Are you surprised? I mean, seriously, are you surprised? Let's go, guys. Let's get into it. Hello guys, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that little bell right there so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video, okay? Enjoy. What is up, guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. Welcome to andyartstv, where I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. I am here at aljazeera.com, a news outlet, and if you've been on YouTube long enough, you have probably seen the Al Jazeera YouTube channel. They are a kind of like an Asian, Middle Eastern kind of like news reporter, right? Al Jazeera, even the name sounds like it. Anyways, I mean, aren't you glad to be living in the West? I mean, Jesus, like you know, if you were in China, you couldn't play video games. Like they could change the rules at a heartbeat. I mean, right now, they can just go, screw that. Nobody is allowed to play video games ever in China. And then that's it. Nobody will play. And then they would enforce the law. And then that's it. Anyways, I'm going to stop clowning around. It says, young Chinese gamers lash out at new limiting rules. Beijing says the new rules were necessary to stop growing addiction to what it once described as spiritual opium. Spiritual opium. I guess China has absolutely no problem, you know, selling us some of that spiritual opium, but they don't give it to their own people, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys know. Maybe you guys don't know, but yeah. So you guys have heard of Genshin Impact, the all popular online game. It's on Twitch. It's all over Twitch. Come on, you've heard of it. Genshin Impact is from China. Company Tencent owns 40% of stake in Activision. Therefore, they own a lot of video games. They own a lot of video games such as World of Warcraft, League of Legends. What else? What else? China owns a lot of MMORPG games, guys. So they're okay with selling us. They're okay with selling us on video games this spiritual opium, but God forbid sell it to their own people. No way. We should really learn from China. You know, we should really learn from China because they would not dare to give drugs to their own people, but they do give it to other people. Like, screw you guys, not us. You know, we should have that same attitude. You know, but unfortunately here in the West we don't love each other that way. So, anyways. China's new rules forbidding children under the age of 18 from playing video games for more than 3 hours a week. Not shares in Tencent Holdings. Again, Tencent is a huge Chinese company that owns a lot of video games. Genshin Impact being one of the biggest ones. And other gaming companies, while young players took to social media to express their outrage. Beijing said the new rules were necessary to stop growing addiction to what it once described as spiritual opium. The People's Daily, the official newspaper of the ruling Communist Party, said in an article on Monday after the rules were announced that the government had to be ruthless. Oof, that sounds scary. Ruthless. Imagine hearing that here. Like freaking Joe Biden becomes ruthless, or Donald Trump. Oh my God. The new rules will only allow gaming platforms to offer services to minors from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 1 hour. So that's 1 hour a day on Fridays, weekends, and public holidays, according to state news agency. News agency Xinhua, which cited a release by the National Press and Publication Administration. China had previously restricted gaming hours to teens. And there's an outrage. A lot of teenagers are angry, of course, because, I mean, come on. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna share something really interesting with you guys about the whole like banning video games to children. And here we go. Here we go. So it says young Chinese gamers were however angry. Surprise. This group of grandfathers and uncles who make the rules, regulations. Have you ever played video games? Do you understand that the best age of esports players is in their teens? Said one comment on Chinese Twitter, like Weibo. Yeah, they have their own social media. They have their own Facebook. They have their own Twitter, YouTube in China. So yeah. By the way, this is the words of a teenager. They don't exactly give out the name. And then it says sexual consent at 14, at 16 you can go out to work, but you have to be 18 to play video games. This is really a joke. And here, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. The age of consent. The age of consent in wait, hold on. The age of consent in China is 14 years old. And by the age of 16 you can start working at a job in China. Surprise! But video games, oh my god, no way. So in other words, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you can go to the bedroom at the age of 14 and you can go to work at the age of 16, but video games? No way. Oh my goodness. There's no way our children are going to be playing video games under the age of 18. That's preposterous. That's going to ruin our society, which by the way, here in The Wire, if you go to thewire.com, a UK website, it says the truth behind China's online gaming crackdown, right? And I'm not going to read the whole article because it's basically repeating the same thing that Al Jazeera was saying. But if we scroll down over here, it says the new measures are designed to prevent minors from becoming addicted to online games, which are widespread concerns that the majority of parents agree with. The majority of parents agree with. Gee, that sounds like what some people say here in the West. I wonder if this would ever happen in America. Nah, no way. I mean, it's not like people in the West hate America or something, right? And then it says, according to a document issued by Chinese authorities, the 4-page announcement mentions anti-addiction or addiction nearly 24 times in language that is targeted and repetitive, and says that teenagers are the future of the motherland. So basically, just to narrow it down, just to kind of like shrink it down, what they're saying here is that basically what they're saying is that we don't want our kids to become addicted to video games like people in the West, because we want them to be productive for China. See, China is a conservative country. You think of China as a whole. You think of China as your home, right? You think of them as you think of them first. China comes first. What is best for China? You're playing too many video games, young man. Put that PlayStation away. Put the Nintendo Switch away. Andy Matrix, what are you doing still playing Nintendo Switch? Be productive for your country, for America. You don't hear that? You don't hear that here in America. No way. See, the Chinese people are very smart. See, they don't want kids to be playing too many video games, because they want them to become more productive adults in the future for their country, for the good of their country, right? And that's what it says here. Tencent. This is what Tencent was saying here, right? Because here it was saying that as you know, as kids grow up, they build a habit of playing video games. So in the long term, as a gamer, these companies like Tencent, these video game companies, they still make money off of gamers, because if they start playing at the age of 12 or 13, guess what? When they're 18, 19, 20, 21, they're still playing video games, and when they grow up to make enough money, they're gonna be spending money on video games. I mean, if you look at it from a corporate standpoint, from a corporate perspective, this is genius. Because if they don't build a habit of playing video games, then when they're older, they're less likely to play video games. So they won't spend a lot of money on video games. And since they won't be playing video games, they're going to be doing other things that the Chinese government will want them to do. Such as, I don't know, populating China. And I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but you know how people are saying that, oh, overpopulation, yada yada yada, right? Overpopulation. China is having a shortage of workers. I'm sorry, does that sound familiar? Any weeboos out there, you know, familiar with Japanese problems, with problems in Japan? A shortage of workers, a shortage of people in the workplace. Some of them are getting too old, so they're trying to bring in people to Japan to fill in these spots that the new generation does not want to fill. This is what the Chinese government is trying to do. They're trying to program kids. Look, if you were not playing, if you didn't play so many video games at the age of 10 or 11, then by the time that you're like 20 years old or 25, like you will not build a habit. So you're less likely to buy a PlayStation 5, an Xbox, and Nintendo Switch like I did. I'm already 30, guys. Okay, so they're actually creating, you know, dare I say, better workers, better individuals for their country. China knows how to create strong people, guys. And yeah, so teenagers are angry, but I mean, just realize this. Just realize what's happening here, because they have absolutely no problem pushing video game addiction, or as they said here, spiritual opium, to America, to the West, to other countries, but in the homeland China, oh, nope. Let Americans and Westerners be lazy. Here in the motherland, you're gonna work for us, young man. Put that controller down, young man. Stop playing World of Warcraft. Stop playing Final Fantasy and fucking League of Legends and shit. And Genshin Impact. This is the future, guys. This is the future. What is up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can receive new future notifications. Check out the blog at andyartstv.com. Follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts or anything you want to say right below this video in the comments below. This is Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching. Godspeed, everybody. Godspeed.